What's up, y'all? Welcome to another review by Ryan. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, August 16th, and I hope you all are doing well when you find this reaction. In this reaction, we'll be reacting to the 7th episode of RWBY Ice Queendom. So a couple of thoughts that I want to give before we start this reaction. First and foremost, thank you all so much for your patience with the inconsistent reaction release times for this show. I am happy for your sakes to say that my 3+ weeks of travel have come to an end. It was an absolutely wonderful time at Otakon, Otakuthon, and at the Hisaishi concert in New York City this past weekend. My travels are now over until Singapore at the beginning of December, the end of November, and I will be back on track with reactions as scheduled. So thank you for your patience. In the last episode, we did get to see more of the interactions of Blake, Weiss, Blake, RWBY, and Yang as they were dealing with Weiss during the second go-around, because as you all know, RWBY did not succeed in the first go-around, and we now know that she did not succeed in the second go-around either. But we definitely got to see more interesting dynamics between the girls and Weiss, and how Weiss views the girls in her mind, especially when it comes to RWBY and the fact that RWBY is very important to her, while in Blake's case, she has no place anywhere because she is a faunus. And, you know, in the original show and in this anime, they've continued to make it very clear to the viewers that Weiss's view of the faunus is very iffy, primarily in no small part because of the overwhelming pressure that's brought on by the Sneed family. So we now, first they had to get pulled out. They were not successful in the second go around. They were able to find the core of where Weiss's nightmare is being held at, but Weiss herself is so deeply entrenched in the nightmare that she is protecting the very thing that needs to be beaten, that she knows needs to be beaten, and that she also is internally trying to fight against to beat of her own volition. Which brought us to the end of the episode when they were bought out, and we had a couple bonding moments. Particularly, we got to see Penny show back up, and now we know that John is going to be re-entering the world with them, because John has he's gained more or less an immunity of sorts to that environment, because he himself was infected by a nightmare once upon a time very recently. So, and the episode ended with them re-entering for take 3. But the very big importance with this third rodeo is this is it. They will not get a 4th chance. If they are not able to get Weiss out of that world, Weiss will die in her nightmare world. And so that brings us to the episode today. So, I do want to say that I do feel part of the community that's saying we have hit a lull with the story. And, you know, I am still very excited about this show. I've really been enjoying certain aspects of the story. More so, my excitement has been for the animation, the art, and the music. They have been absolutely superb, in my opinion. And I think that, you know, it is keeping up with the course, per the course, with this an adaptation of RWBY. But we're just going to talk just raw numbers about the story, just raw thoughts and opinions about the story. I do think, and I mentioned this at the end of last episode, and I'll say this again now, that they have made a lot of assumptions with the people who are going to watch this show. So many assumptions that they are even leaving things out a little bit from a personality standpoint between the 4 girls. That would be very nice even for us original OG viewers of RWBY to see. So if we are having a little bit of struggles here and there with, you know, with the personalities feeling really flushed out and meshed in this adaptation, then I know that for people who are coming from the outside in that are watching this, that didn't watch the original and is just watching this flat out, that there's almost no real easy way for them to really be captivated by the bond that these girls share. You know, they talk about, you know, we talk about a lot about how Weiss looks very, she looks at them as cherished people, with the exception of Blake, because she's having an issue with Blake right now. But especially for RWBY, that she really cherishes them. But you as an outsider is going to look at this and be like, well, that's fine. And I know that we've talked a lot about you cherish this, you cherish that. She has these bonds. She has these bonds. When are we actually going to get to really truly understand what these bonds are? And so this takes me back to my defense of the first 3 chapters of RWBY Ice Queendom. And I did defend it quite a lot. When I said that this show was not designed, you know, it's meant to be a a break off in addition to the original, and so they weren't really going to waste too much time trying to retell certain story points. But now I take back partially some of the commentary I made. I do understand why some of y'all said a little bit too much was left out, because even for me, it's like I know that great stuff is coming and great stuff is on the horizon, and I know that I'm going to continue enjoying this show. But there's just enough that's been left out from a personality standpoint and understanding the bonds these girls share that I am starting to feel it. And so there were a very few moments in the last episode, but moments regardless, that I did feel just a little bit bored. Not because it wasn't good, but just because I know that there's a lot that is kind of being left so that they can tell everything they're trying to tell with this particular standalone part of the story. So with that said, my rating of the show as of the time of the last episode is a 7, and as I'm going to put up on the screen now, most of you agree. A 7.06 is the universal rating that this show is getting right now. High marks is the music, the animation, and the art. And the negative marks is the story. And again, I'm not as harsh on the story as some of you have been, but I will acknowledge when there is a weakness that's there, the weakness is present. And I'm truly hoping that now that we move into the second half of this adaptation, that they will start really working that weakness out, and that at the end of it, both people like myself and people like yourselves that may never have watched RWBY will be able to equally feel a deeper bond with the girls that they share with each other than we might be feeling right now. So enough about that. We're going to go ahead and jump into the episode. The title of today's episode is Dreams Come Rued, or however, because I can't pronounce anything. But let's go ahead and get this started. Let me get the video up here. And we're going to go ahead and get this reaction started in 3, 2, 1. And John is now with us for this third and final rodeo. Okay, so all that stayed in place. Yep. Bruh, you can't just be doing that. Why are you under the snow? Dang. My man was deep under the snow. Dang. I guess so. 3 coins. It's been a reduction of coins each time. Oh, that's right, because there's another one now. I keep forgetting RWBY had all that because it was by herself. My man's life is a struggle, I swear. RWBY, you just too much for your own good. Ah! This man ain't ready for nothing. Maybe you shouldn't use that sword. And here we go with the Faunus attack again. I swear, this opening is still a banger. I absolutely love this opening every time I listen to it. All right, we're going to have to make it work this time. We will not get a do-over again. Okay, so now she's going to actually interfere now. I guess it doesn't matter at this point, because it's pretty much all or nothing now. Bruh. Whoa. What the world? Oh, okay. Oh, damn, is the cape moving itself? Dang. Oh. Yep. That is not normal. That train should not be on the way there. Man, I wish that man would just shut up one of these damn days. She let him in. Oh, man. Will it make it all the way? She's like, what in the actual hell? They've completely manipulated and changed the trajectory of everything. It is. Man. Again, it truly is the whole go big or go home thing now. Did he throw away that sword? I'm glad, because that sword won't for him. Right. Yes, she did. No, we just literally watched this shit. Shut up. Leave. Man, I would have exited this family ages ago. Shoot, I'd probably be uncomfortable right about now. Ah, awesome. That's one positive thing that's going on in here. Wait, is he? Oh boy. Logic. I swear, this thing's so dumb. What in the world? What is going on in here? Hey, wait just a moment. This song. Oh. What the heck? Oh no. I mean, yeah, that'd make complete sense. I mean, the girl was literally never allowed to be a child, so. We could absolutely use that relic since we already lost our other one. Oh, dang. Oh, all the different thoughts she's had over her life. This is such a nice song rolling in the background. Oh my god. Awesome. Dang. She is so over this. Yo, why is like, what is going on out here? Bro, I would have killed her ages ago. Yeah, the nightmare effects is really starting to take an effect on him. I swear. Ah. What an absolute mess that's happening right now. And all the little Weisses, I am so done. I'm so fed up with this episode. What in the heck? What the world? Lord, they've gone completely out of control in the world now. Jeez. Oh, of course the nightmare. Of course. The world? Was it you or was it someone that interfered? Yep. There she is. Bro, this version of Weiss is so freaking badass, I swear. What in the hell? Yo, why is she about to wipe out the whole dream? Damn. Yo. Yo, why is this so pissed off right now? Dang. You really big mad like that though. Really? It's the end of the episode? I swear it was 5 minutes. Damn, it is the end of the episode. Come on now. I felt like nothing happened but a lot happened. I swear. And so yet I have to wait another week for me to see if any of this is actually going to be beneficial in saving her at this point. Where you belong. I had a feeling he was going to be the little Weisses for the illustration. I knew it was going to be little Weisses. Yo, I need more little Weisses in my life. Oh my God. Alright guys, so just a couple of thoughts about this episode. So I do think this was a slight improvement from last week, but I still hold to what I said at the start of this episode. And also, I kind of understand why there's some of you that while everything's been decent, it feels like the entire White story is dragging out. I believe that the reason it feels like it's dragging out more or less is because of how much was robbed from us in the initial episodes, in the initial chapters, because they assumed that we'd know everything. And so now we've just kind of been, it's like we had that crazy dynamic of speedrunner happen in the first three chapters, and now we have really slowed down to a halt while they're trying to fill in pieces. But the funny thing is they've slowed down almost to a halt, yet it also feels like there's still stuff that's being completely left out. So I get where y'all are coming from. However, I think that we're about to have very exciting moments in the next couple of episodes happening this season. And with that said, the highest that I think my rating of this show is going to be when it's all said and done will be an 8. And that is the highest. I do not believe that it will be able to be any higher than that at this present moment. It would take a great miracle for it to be any higher than that. But again, I keep saying the music, the animation, the art, and the certain story elements that actually do make sense have been done really well. It's just because there is a lot from a personality standpoint left out that does have to have a take on the episode here. So, I think that they're doing as well as I could have expected out this standalone. I think that we are going to be getting to the good points of this story now. And now that Weiss has kind of made that great declaration at the end of the episode, and now the great fight's about to play out, and also the comical moments of this episode, especially the little Weisses, was absolutely adorable. Was definitely one of the funnier moments of this entire show so far. That was actually pretty funny. So I'm interested. Again, there have been the lulls that have happened here and there, especially in the last episode. But I am still optimistic that they have the ability to be able to land the ending in the second part of this particular season. And I look forward to seeing what's next. So I'm going to wait and see how things end up transpiring with the great fight that's about to happen between Weiss and all of them. I almost wonder if we're also going to have the wrap up of the main part of this fight and conflict in the next episode, and then the remaining episodes will be trust being rebuilt, so on and so forth, and hopefully her having been long saved by that point. So we'll definitely see how everything plays out. There's also one other thing I want to check real quick from a song standpoint, so give me just a quick moment here, because there was one thing I wanted to check. I'm going to be right back with y'all, actually. Alright guys, and I'm back. There was something I wanted to check with the lyrics of the song that played when the baby Weisses and everything was coming to play. I did not find my answer, so I will hold that comment also until the next episode. But alas, I do think that we are on a good path now to having a at least decent to satisfactory conclusion, and particularly to this entire world that we've been bought into, being that we've had to visit this world 3 times now. And I'm just very interested to see how they are going to wrap this up in the end. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up my reaction here. Thank you guys so much for watching the reaction in the episode. I hope you did like both. If you did like it, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. If you'll be one of the first to be notified when a new reaction becomes available, hit the bell icon. I will see you guys next week on time for Chapter 8 of RWBY Ice Queendom. The title of the episode is Where You Belong. And until then, catch you later.